A year ago, 2023, Lamar Jackson won MVP, and 2024, they're trying to capitalize on it, falling short in the AFC Championship game. They acquired Derrick Henry, and it makes one of the best backfields you ever saw with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, only stuff that you could see in Madden. Zay Flowers was still there, trying to elevate his game. Yeah. Isaiah Likely emerged, which was pretty cool. They make it the playoffs. They win the division. They win. I forgot who they played the wild card round. Drawing a gigantic blank of who it was. But then, obviously, they won their wild card game. They go into Buffalo, where Mark Andrews makes the unfortunate 2 drops and cost them the game. And, well...
Seems to be that Mark Andrews, because I guess that's a thing now.
It is definitely now a thing.
Yeah, it definitely is a thing. There's too much evidence.
Same play, too.
Same play, yeah.
Same play, same everything. But Lamar Jackson, 41 passing touchdowns a year ago. I think he was robbed of MVP. He really was.
Well,
Josh Allen, I mean, he threw 28 touchdown passes. I mean, that means Aaron Rodgers should have been, because Aaron Rodgers threw 28 touchdown passes. If you're going by that logic, I did
not know that.
Not gonna do it.
That's crazy. But I mean, here's the thing. Whatever, you just flip flop Lamar's MVP years, and it makes sense. So I mean, like whatever. He has the same amount of MVPs as he should have, I guess, and that's where I'm at with it. Done.
Neither of the quarterbacks should have won the MVP last year, but that's just me.
Also true.
Well, looking at the offense here, they acquire Cooper Rush to be the backup. DeAndre Hopkins comes in from Kansas City. Rashad Bateman, I believe he got his extension this year. Zay Flowers entering year 3. The offensive line is still there, and it's still really good. They acquire some other pieces there. Derrick Henry gets a 2-year extension. Justice Hill. Keaton Mitchell, can he get back to what we saw in 2023 prior to the ACL tear? Maybe. I mean, a good speed guy. But I think Mark Andrews is going to be working his way down this depth chart at tight end, and Isaiah Likely is going to be working his way up. I mean, I saw Charlie Kohler get more passes early on than Mark Andrews. Then Andrews eventually turned it up by the end of the year. But yes, what are your guys' thoughts on here? Oh, yeah, Joseph Noteboom from the Rams. They brought in to be the backup of Ronnie Stanley.
My first thought is I will always support a team that supports fullbacks.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Patrick Ricard.
Is that is that really also a second fullback that they have, or is that?
Yeah, that's a undrafted free agent. So,
okay,
probably won't make it.
Hey, camp competitions. That's what you do. You got to get your fullback some competition. Will they make the team? Who knows? But hey, maybe if they're good enough, they'll make the practice squad. They don't make fullbacks like they used to. They don't. But
no, they don't.
Patrick Ricard's a full-time fullback. Yeah. So
that's a fullback. Hands down.
I thought he was a defensive tackle / fullback.
I mean, listen, all right. This offense is the same offense we're seeing.
Is that not the same thing? Look at Mike Olstad.
Yeah. So whatever. I think we can move past this offense. We all know what we're looking at. We all know where.
I mean, it's only DeAndre Hopkins. Can he rejuvenate his career? I mean, with the Chiefs, it was meh. It wasn't really anything exciting. But also, the Ravens are another team where, you are a receiver and you go there, and it's kind of like the end of your career, essentially.
I also don't think him and Lamar have this phenomenal connection that, he's had with. I mean, I don't know. Whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. Here we are. I don't think too much changes with D-Hop or not. Defense?
Let's go to the defense here. We had a comment here in the chat here, and I forgot. It was about the Steelers. It was a UK Steelers fan. So we're being seen across the pond, which is pretty exciting. There we go. Paul Barrett. First Steelers game. Looking forward to it.
Nice.
I hope Paul has a great time there. But yes, let's look at the defense here. They acquired Jair Alexander. They draft Malachi Starks out of South Carolina. There's not really a lot of newer pieces to talk about. Yes, you brought in Mike Green in the second round, but this defense is kind of here. And oh man, I forgot who it was. Who the defensive coordinator is? It was a former linebacker for the Ravens.
I don't know, but I'm not seeing Jair Alexander on here.
He is on the right cornerback on the bottom there. He's right above Marlon Humphreys. So it's Nate Wiggins, Jair Alexander, Marlon Humphreys.
Oh, there
But yes, let's kind of zoom out here for a second, Dom. If Jair Alexander plays anywhere like he did with the Packers when healthy, I mean, this is a steal of a signing for the Ravens. And now they just add another corner for this cornerback room
That's
and a
like
defense that's
nuts.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Kind of.
That's like an unfair secondary.
if they're all healthy, forget about it. And oh yeah, they don't have. Oh yeah, it was only Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks. They had 2 other safeties, but I think they let them go.
They're all first round picks.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, dude. Oh my
I think
God.
Jair Alexander was like about 20th overall too. So, well, it was like 15 and 20 somewhere in there, I think. So they're all like the same draft value too.
Wasn't Chidobe too?
No,
Yes,
Chidobe was like a second. Or
I think he was
third.
a third. Yeah, with
Probably.
Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's certainly has not been bad in his career, at least.
Well, I mean, the last couple of years, yeah, coming off the ACL, he's not been that good.
I guess that's. I mean, like whatever. This is why they've remained where they've remained, and
That's a great defense right there.
Can I talk about their defense and how the Ravens defense is good, or am I going to get slack about that like a couple years ago?
I just said it was a great defense. Well, I sat silent that whole time while you guys were going off a couple years ago, and I was like, "This looks pretty good to me." But
yeah, I got nothing bad to say about this, to be honest with you.
Listen, this team, I think this team is built to make a deep playoff run, and that's exactly what they should do. They should obviously win the AFC North for the 3rd consecutive year.
Well, I can already tell you what makes a successful year for them.
Yeah. So what will make 2025 successful for the Baltimore Ravens?
Lamar not choking in the playoffs.
Yep. You need to do the thing.
He's awful in the playoffs. Nobody really wants to talk about it, but he's been awful.
I agree.
Like, it's real.
It is real.
I mean, that's it. You just need, like you said, built for a deep playoff run, like they've been built for a deep playoff run, and they kind of have to be, and they haven't made the deep playoff run. So let's see the deep playoff run. That's what makes this a successful team.
The only thing holding them back right now is Lamar
in the playoffs.
Great regular season guy. Playoffs,
phenomenal.
We're gonna have to figure it out in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's gonna have to figure it out. They're gonna have to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, the team's gotten better, which is like the most insane thing to say ever. So let's do it. I mean, that's it.
Thank you. Zachary Orr, former linebacker. He played there for 3 years. Found out he had like a neck injury where if he was to take a hit, he would have been paralyzed from the neck down. Players finding life after football is always great to see. Always seeing them, flourish. And Zachary Orr, yes, it took a little bit, but he's there, and I think he's going to he could become a head coach, eventually down the line, a couple of years from now, or it could be sooner than we think. I don't know.
Well,
let's look at the schedule here, where the first one up here, big rematch, week 1 against the Bills, Sunday Night Football at Buffalo, the scene of the crime of Mark Andrews. Will he see the field? We don't know. But hey, that's a big one. The Lions, the big one on Monday Night Football. But then you have the Chiefs early on. You're not playing in a cold Arrowhead. Then you have, I thought that was 4 consecutive home games for a second. 3 technically consecutive home games, followed by 3 consecutive away games, and then followed by 3 consecutive home games. Well, who made this schedule? Oh my God. 3, 3, 3. What is this? The Wendy's, the meal that they can't do anymore because they're going to lose money? Wendy's 4 for 4. Oh man. Yeah. Listen, hey, Thanksgiving night, Ravens and Bengals. That's eating up good. You're going to be eating up good. Maybe we'll be awake for that game. Who knows? Just got to lay off the turkey early on. And maybe the mashed potatoes. And maybe the stuffing.
0 shot.
Nope. Can't do that. Got to eat it. If it's in front of me, I have to eat it. I think this team honestly matches 12 wins again. Maybe 13.
Yeah, I think the revenge factor for a couple gets them an couple extra wins.
Yeah, week 1 I think is going to be really good. I think they can honestly just stomp all over the Browns week 2. Week 3, I think that's where it's going to get tricky here. At least the next 2 weeks there. Lions is going to be tricky depending on how they fare with their defensive and offensive coordinators leaving. And then Arrowhead, at Arrowhead, nonetheless, too, 425, well, 325 Central. But yeah, I'm not really scared of the Texans. The Rams, they're like that one West Coast team that could show up on the East Coast and play really well, especially for a 1:00 start. Yeah, they're gonna put up like 60 points against the Bears. Let's be honest here. Who knows what the Dolphins will be come week 9, week 10. I don't know. I think that's their trap game of the year. Their trap game, I think, is definitely week 10 in Minnesota. JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
Well, historically, if you play 3 straight road games, you win. You lose that third one almost every time.
That's fair. I have them at 11 wins. I have them at 12 wins if they need or do compete in week 18 against the Steelers there. If they feel zero need to compete and rest everyone, whatever, then I could easily see them losing that, whatever, not a big deal, and it being 11 wins. So I have 11-12 based on that last week, pretty much. That's it.
If they can go to plan, they might be able to sleepwalk their way to the division.
Kind of. Yeah, honestly. Especially after we just went through all the Bengals, I think, are their only competitor in the division.
Because that's always the Bengals are the wild card of the division, period.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, well, the wild card of the conference. If the Bengals are the Bengals,
yeah,
like who we think they always can be, like they'll compete for like first overall in the conference. If not, they'll be scrapping for a wild card.
I think that Thursday, I think the Thanksgiving game is huge. Because
fireworks galore.
I think the Ravens they perform in a night game pretty much every time. So I have them winning that game. If they were to lose that game against the Bengals, then okay, the Bengals may have a chance at division.
Well,
maybe.
isn't that the one? Like it's when the Bengals play the Ravens, it's like Joe Burrow has put up 3 historic performances and lost all 3.
Yeah,
it's like the only.
No, he put up one, like the first one, like his 2021 year, he put up and they like trounced them. But then the last year where he put up 800 yards and like 9 touchdowns, they lost.
Yeah, they lost both of them. That's what I'm saying. Like they put up 400 in both games.
It's true.
And like 3 or 4 touchdowns in both games, and lost both.
I'm sure one of them was in that game.
Yeah, Thursday night in Baltimore.
There you go.
So return to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. I don't like these Thursday night games in Baltimore for Joe Burrow because the first time he played in Baltimore, I don't know, that wrist injury happened and he just like crumbled to the ground. Last year it was historic outing. Jamar Chase put up his record numbers, and then we got Thanksgiving this year. So,
well, the odds for them, according to the sports books, are gigantic. They have the second highest playoff percentage at 80.6%. They have the highest Super Bowl percentage on here.
The highest?
The highest Super Bowl percentage. They are projected 11.2 wins. And the only teams they're behind in playoff percentage and wins is the Bills. And the Bills always get that like, oh, let's rate them really high thing. Yes. And they've taken a step back. We know they've taken a step back. They're not the same Bills. But I kind of consider the Ravens maybe number 1. Again, I'm not listening to the Bills propaganda.
Never will.
For the sports books.
The Bills propaganda.
So, yeah, I mean, this is top 3 team in the league. Potentially top team in the league.
Yes.
But easy to call this the top 3 team in the league. And they've proven themselves. They've proven themselves regular season wise to be that. There's not really an argument against it unless Lamar gets hurt, which hasn't been an argument in the past.
Unless Lamar fumbles a game away.
Well, that's playoffs though.
Yeah.
That's what all that matters here.
Yeah, it is all that matters. But I'm saying, for regular season, for what's on this screen right here, I think they've proven themselves for that, and you will see a top team.